I am here in the Highlands neighborhood on a glorious fall day, walking around, very walkable hood, and just wanted to do a little neighborhood tour. This is one of Denver's preeminent neighborhoods, one of Denver's best, most historic neighborhoods, a few different parts of it, so wanted to kind of show you around so you can get an idea of what it's like living here, what there is to do, and the different parts and which one may or may not suit you. So Highlands neighborhood, if you don't know, is just to the west of downtown, just kind of across I-25. And when people talk about the Highlands neighborhood, they can be talking about a whole bunch of different things. A lot of the time people lump in any neighborhood that's west, northwest of downtown in the Highlands. People lump in areas in Sunnyside, on Tennyson Street, in that historic district. But really, the Highlands is more specific than that. The general borders of the Highlands neighborhood are 38th to the north, Federal to the west, Spear to the south, and 25-ish to the east. We'll talk about the ish because it doesn't exactly cut off there, but that's kind of the general Highlands neighborhood. Then there's also the West Highlands to the west of that, which again often gets lumped in, but we're just going to talk about the main Highlands neighborhood today. A lot of what I'm saying in this video applies to some of these other neighborhoods as well. And at the risk of overcomplicating things, in that main Highlands neighborhood that I'm in right now, there are three sort of little sub-neighborhoods. The historic Highland Square district, often called Highland Square, or just historic Highlands. Then there's Lower Highlands, and then there's Plat Street as well. So I'm going to talk about all those individually a little bit, and I'm going to walk you through all the different areas and show you what's going on. But you can think of them basically starting up and coming down. So I'm in the historic Highland Square part right now, which has got a lot of old Victorians and is the most historic part of the Highlands. Then the next down towards downtown is Low-High, and then south of that is Plat Street, which is kind of its own little neighborhood almost. I mentioned before the history. It actually used to be its own city. Back in 1875, it was established as the city of Highland, Colorado, and then it was annexed by Denver in 1896. Back when it had sovereignty, apparently the residents were so into planting trees and gardens, it became known as the Garden City of the Plains. And you still do see a fair amount of that influence. I mean, look at the landscaping here. It's very green. There's a ton of old mature trees, and especially in this Highland Square historic part, a lot of old style homes, Denver squares, bungalows, some old Victorians. And as we head down, as we head southeast, you're still gonna see that, but you're also gonna see a lot more new builds, ultra modern new townhouses, condos, and single family houses. I think that's a main feature of the Highlands neighborhood, this blend between old Victorian, really old late 1800, early 1900 homes. Okay, so I walked down a few blocks just to Low-High, or really just the start of Low-High, and this is the second segment of the Highlands neighborhood, and really, it was just a few blocks. That's one thing about this neighborhood, is that everything is so walkable. It may take a little time to walk there, but it's all walkable. But this was just a few blocks for me to get to the higher historic side, just down to at least the start of Low-High down here. I'm near 32nd and Tejon here, and really there's just a ton going on down here. You can see Postino behind me. It's a great wine bar, place to get happy hour, charcuterie, dinner too, I suppose. And that's one thing about this neighborhood. There is a lot going on as far as walkability, eating and drinking. There's a ton to do. When I think about, you know, what differentiates a neighborhood from a different neighborhood, like what differentiates this neighborhood from another more classic Denver neighborhood, a Park Hill or a Wash Park or a Cap Hill? Really, it's the amount of things to do. There's just food and beverage everywhere here. There's probably a better concentration of restaurants in a few different little pockets, but they're all walkable than most other places in town. Right here on the corner, I'm walking past Williams and Graham. If you're familiar with the channel, you may be familiar. We did the first dispatch episode here. It's a speakeasy. It's one of the best places in town. Great spot. You also have Bar Taco just across the street. Another dispatch episode there. Great tacos. You have Recess Beer Garden. You have Senor Bear right down the street. There's plenty to do right here. I'll so it's probably hard to see in this video, but you do get a great view of downtown from a lot of places in the Highlands, Lohi in particular. That's one of the best things about this neighborhood. A lot of the restaurants will have patios, rooftop patios that you can get a view of downtown. Looks great in the daytime, great in the nighttime with the lights up. Pretty unique. Not too many places in town you get that view. Not too many parks in this neighborhood. I'm in one of them now, Heron Park. Great view of downtown from here as well. It's kind of in the middle of the action in Lohi. Little Man Ice Cream's right over to the other side. It's basically a baseball field, a playground, and a view downtown. I'm also going to show you a listing inside a home for sale here in the Highlands too. It's actually in Lohi. To get an idea of the type of homes that you can get here and price range and all those sorts of things. I'm gonna check that out at the end of this video. We want to keep going for a little bit first. Literally just on the other side of that park then is another block with lots going on. A lot of restaurants over here. Little Man Ice Cream, probably the most iconic ice cream shop in town, one of the most iconic spots in town. If it's a weekend or a summer night, you'll see lines out there, big lines, people waiting for a long time. There's also the Post Chicken and Beer, lingers right here. It's all kind of right here. I mean, I walked literally 2 minutes from the last spots I was at. And just a ton of people walking around. I mean, this is a Tuesday afternoon and people are out and about doing their thing. And then literally 2 blocks down from where I just was is Central Street. This is just next to I-25, so this is kind of the bottom of Lohi and kind of the epicenter of Lohi too. Mostly businesses down here, a ton of restaurants, too many to name, a lot of people out and about. There's a bridge that goes over I-25 that connects Lohi to the Plat Street district. This is where a lot of the action happens. This neighborhood, so walkable, very young, honestly, real estate agent, I'm not supposed to talk about, oh, is it for families? Is it not? There's some families live here, but it's a lot of young professionals, a lot of people who like nightlife, who like being close to the action, close to downtown, but not in downtown, are okay with paying a premium, a little bit higher price for rent, or to buy a home, to be in the center of the action. So then, I just walked across that bridge. If you come across the bridge, you are in the Plat Street district. And then you can see, behind me, you can continue to cross a green space, cross another bridge, and then you're downtown. But right now, this right here is the Plat Street district. A ton going on here. Buildings style, much older, ton of brick down here. Again, way too many businesses to count. Feels downtowny without being downtown, if that makes sense. Right here, just a little louder. It's definitely middle of the action type of feel as well. Some condos and apartments, but not too many places to live down here, mostly business. Great places to eat. My brother's bar is down at the end. One of the best places to get a burger in town. The original REI is down there too, right on the river. There's like a bar class next to me, B-A-R-R-E. It's like an exercise thing. That type of spot down here. Room for Millie. Phenomenal cocktail spot, phenomenal vibe. Go. So just real quick, I mentioned this is a more expensive neighborhood. In 2023, the median home price in the Highlands, $765,000. About 100, almost 200 over the median in Denver at large. Now there's a lot of condos and attached properties, so for single family homes, median home price in 2023, $923,000. So pushing up towards $1 million. The one we're gonna see is just a little more than that. Okay, so I'm here at 3501 Navajo Street, really in the heart of the Lohi neighborhood. This place recently went on the market, 4 beds, 4 baths, 2,700 square feet. It's listed at $1.6 million. The big difference between this place and a lot of other similar properties in this part of town is that this is a freestanding single family home. So it shares no walls and there's no party wall agreement and no HOA. A lot of properties in this same class are going to be duplexes, row houses, some sort of multifamily or condo property. So they're gonna have shared walls and they're gonna have HOAs most likely, or at least party wall agreements. Those typically are a little lower price. When you get a freestanding home, you get a little more land, a little more space to yourself. It's going to be priced at a premium. The other big selling points to a place like this that differentiated are, number one, the rooftop patio. There's a lot of rooftops actually in Lohi. It's a great rooftop area, but to have that own private space with a view of downtown is a big benefit. And then just walkability. That's one of the best things about the Highlands and Lohi specifically. specifically is how walkable it is to all those wonderful things the Highlands has to offer. The bars, the restaurants. You can walk to Coors Field from here. You can walk downtown if you're ready to get your walking shoes on and go a little bit. It's actually starting to rain a little bit outside. Denver rainy afternoon. The kitchen here it's what you'd expect in a property like this. Very nice, very new, very clean and white. Got the quartz countertop with the waterfall edges. You got an in-counter gas range. Home was built in 2015, so you're gonna see a lot of those newer style finishes. Very open kitchen, really very open concept altogether, but built vertically. It's a 3-story, so it falls in line with a lot of what you see in Low-Hi, very vertical builds. Entryway here, you got the living room and a gas fireplace in wall and a spot to hang your TV. Enough room for a formal dining table and 1 bedroom on the first floor. It's staged as a gym right now. It's a smaller bedroom, but it's a conforming bedroom with a closet and egress. Out back, you can see it, the rain's coming down, but you got another patio area. Up the stairs to floor number 2, you'll notice a lot of windows, a lot of natural light in this place. Top of the stairs, bedroom number 2. It does have a walk-in closet. Bigger bedroom, this is perfect for like a guest room. Washer and dryer in the closet behind me, and this is where it starts to get fun as we go down the hall. So you have a Jack and Jill bathroom here and another bedroom. This is a full bathroom with tub. And coming further down the hall, really half of the second level is the primary suite. So it starts here with this nice big walk-in closet. You have the ensuite bathroom, dual vanities. It's got the soaking tub. It's got this shower, which this is huge. A shower this big, you just gotta stand in it. I don't know if you can really get the scale here of me in this shower, but this is enormous. You could party here. A dual shower head, typical, and then the rain shower right here for the party. Rain showers are for when you like to party. And the primary bedroom. The bedroom itself is not huge, but it's got great natural light from the windows. And like I said, really this whole wing of the home is kind of your primary. And then up the last flight of stairs to the 3rd floor. And this is my favorite part of the house. So on the landing up here, you got an area that can be used and is right now as an office. And what's clutch is you also have the 4th bathroom up here. So if you're hanging out, need to go, you don't gotta go all the way downstairs. And then on the other side of the 3rd floor, this is the hang suites with walkout access to the private rooftop balcony. This I love. You got a wet bar up here with the wine fridge. It can be a beer fridge too. I always make sure to make that clear. You can cool whatever you want. But wet bar up here, another area for a couch or whatever you want, foosball table maybe, and TV. And then let's go out on the balcony. Something about a rooftop terrace, I don't know what it is, but it's just better than other balconies. And look at that. Sun's peeking out. Classic Denver. I don't know if you can see it. There is downtown skyline view behind me. God, this is a good place to hang. Back patio and 2-car garage. Yeah, so that's the Highlands. It's not for everybody, but if you do like walkability, you like being close to the center of the action, like restaurants, bars, all that stuff. You don't mind paying a premium for being in an ideal location, might be for you. You got like urban living, but it's modern urban living. Compared to more like a classic central Denver neighborhood like a Wash Park or a Cheeseman Park, Highlands are a little newer, a little more modern, a little more close together. I'm gonna figure out if it's gonna keep raining and then get in the car. Thanks for hanging out today. As always, if there's anything I can do not hesitate to let me know. I love you. See you soon.